Hey, sports card fans, it's John, Boggs fan. Hope you're all doing well. It's been a while since I've purchased any significant 1979 Topps Hall of Famers. So I thought I would do sort of a recap or summary where I am to date and show off my 79 Topps collection. According to the PSA registry, there are 60 cards in 1979 Topps that feature Hall of Famers, and to date I have 43, so I'm 17 cards short. Now, as part of my collection, I've added a couple other players that I feel should be Hall of Famers, so my list is a little bit larger than 60. So yeah, let's go take a look at my collection of 1979 Topps featuring primarily Hall of Famers. All right, we're going to take a look at these cards in numerical order here. And the first one is the League Leaders card, number 6 of the Strikeout Leaders from 1978, featuring Nolan Ryan in a nice PSA 8. Next, we have card number 20, which is of Joe Morgan, also in a PSA 8. Then we have card number 24, Paul Molitor, also in a PSA 8. You'll see a pattern here. When I started collecting the 79s, I wanted to try to get at least 8s. I have a few 9s, but I just 1979 was the second year that I basically started collecting baseball cards, and so I have very fond memories of the 79 set as well as the 1980 set. So I wanted to get some nicer copies here for the 79 Topps cards. Next, we have card number 25, Steve Carlton. Oh, we can get that to focus here. In a nice, there we go, nice PSA 9. Next, we have the 79 Dave Winfield, card number 30. Now, this one I got in a PSA 7. This Dave Winfield is notorious for being off-center along with the Ozzie Smith. So, dropped down a little bit to get a fairly nice centered card. Still not perfect, but I had to sacrifice a little bit on other aspects of the card to get a well-centered one. At the time, I think the 8s and definitely the 9s were way above what I wanted to pay at the time. So I think this is a nice copy in a PSA 7. Next, we have card number 40, Dennis Eckersley in a PSA 8. Then we have card number 55, Willie Stargell. Another tough one to find well-centered. As you can see here, there's about a diamond centering on this one, which is what you'll find a lot. Not necessarily, straight off center, left to right, top to bottom, but more of diamond centering. So it's not perfect, but again, at the time, I felt fine getting a 7 for this one. Next is card number 95, and that is Robin Yount in a nice PSA 8. Then we have card number 100, Tom Terrific, Tom Seaver. There we go. Then finishing off this first stack here, card number 115. This really nice Nolan Ryan in a PSA 8. All right, there's the first group there. Next group, speaking of cards that are notoriously off-center, it is the 79 Topps Ozzie Smith rookie card. I got a 5 on this one. Again, with this being his rookie card, the key rookie card in the 79 Tops set. I think I did a pretty good job. Still diamond centering a little bit there. This may be one card in the future that I would decide to upgrade a little bit, but not high on the priority list. Maybe someday, we'll see. But overall, I'm fine with this PSA 5 copy of the Ozzie Smith rookie card. All right, next we have a, in my mind, should be Hall of Famer, and that's card number 155, Dwight Evans. Picked this up in a nice PSA 9. Next we have card number 170, Don Sutton, in a PSA 8. This one was a little hard to find as well, if I recall. Not necessarily hard to find per se, well centered or whatever, but just copies out there for sale. Took me a while to pick up this Don Sutton. Next is card number 200, Johnny Bench, a nice PSA 9. Again, even with the PSA 9, you notice that the centering is still a little diamond centering there. It's just very, very common for 79s to have that diamond centering. It's really, really tough to find one with pretty perfect centering here. Next one is card number 215, Willie McCovey, a PSA 8. Now that one's not too bad. And next, card number 225, Goose Gossage in a PSA 8. And card number 251, Jack Morris, his second year card. First solo card, if you don't count his, I think, what, 78 Burger King, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, regularly issued card. This is his second year card, first solo card appearance for Jack Morris, PSA 8. Then we have, I think this is the most recent addition to my 79 Tops collection. Showed this on and off maybe a month ago, I guess. It's the card number 259, the Reds team. And the reason why this is on the list is Sparky Anderson is in the Hall of Fame as a manager. And again, he didn't get in as a player. But again, I'm going off the registry list, and he is a Hall of Famer. So he's part of the collection. PSA 8 copy there. Then we have card number 300, which is Rod Carew in a nice PSA 8. And finally, this last card in the stack here, card number 308, Bert Be Home Bly 11. All right, next group here, we have another player that I feel should be in the Hall of Fame. Card number 310, Thurman Munson in a PSA 8. Next, we have card number 320, Corey Stremski. Nice PSA 8 there. I can get it to center or focus. There we go. There we go. Very similar to his 1978 Tops card. Next, we have card number 321, Gaylord Perry in the PSA 8. Next, card number 330, one of my favorites from the 79 set, just because of the sort of action image. George Brett in a PSA 8. Then we have card number 340, Jim Palmer in a PSA 8. Next, card number 348. Andre Dawson, his second year card. PSA 8. Card number 358, also a second year card. Alan Trammell. Now here, these next two cards are ones that it doesn't feature a Hall of Famer. It doesn't feature a should-be Hall of Famer in my eyes. But I've talked about this story. I won't go into it. It is the two bump wills. Card number 369. This is the corrected version with the Rangers on the front. PSA 9. I wanted to get PSA 9 copies for this because of just the importance of this card to me in my collection. And I got the error version that has Blue Jays on the front. And the last card in this group here is card 390. Raleigh Fingers in a PSA 9. All right, next we have card number 400, Jim Rice in a PSA 8. Then we have, there's a sort of a subset in 1979 Topps of the all-time record holders. And this is card number 411, showing the all-time record holders at the time for hits. Let's see here. PSA 8, this has for the season. Come on. Here we go. All right, single season, George Sisler, and for the career, Ty Cobb. And it lists at the time highest season totals, highest career totals. As you know, Pete Rose was 3,164 at the time. And the only other all-time record holders that I have right now is card number 418. And that is all-time record holders for earned run average. Dutch Leonard for the season and Walter Johnson for the career. As you can see here, there's Dutch Leonard had a 1.01 ERA, and career Walter Johnson was at 2.37 for his career. All right, next is card number 451, another team card. This is in a PSA 8 copy of the Kansas City Royals with Whitey Herzog, and in the Hall of Fame because of being a manager. Then we have the third year card of card number 457 of Bruce Sutter, a PSA 8. Then card number 495, Tony Perez in a nice PSA 9. Then we have card number 510, Ted Simmons. This one I don't think was necessarily, like from a condition standpoint, hard to find in, say, a PSA 8 or 9. It's just that not many Ted Simmons cards have been graded by PSA because he was, I don't know if you could say maybe a surprise Hall of Famer, but up until his recent Hall of Fame selection, not too many Ted Simmons cards were graded. So it's more of a population issue which caused the prices for even PSA 7s to be fairly high, and so I went with a PSA 7 here. But the centering's very nice. And then we have card number 520, Gary Carter in a PSA 8. And the last one in this group here is another team card, card number 526. It is the Dodgers team card in PSA 8. Of course, Tommy Lasorda, Hall of Fame manager. All right, rounding out the group here is card number 544. Fergie Jenkins in a PSA 9. And I'll just sort of start going in these piles here. 79, let's see, card number 595. We have Phil Niekro in a PSA 8. Card number 610 is Mike Schmidt. Managed to pick this one up in a nice PSA 9. And another team card, card number 626. Yankees team card featuring Hall of Fame pitcher Bob Lemon. And just a few more here. Card number 640. A second year card of Eddie Murray. PSA 8. Card number 650. A should-be Hall of Famer. Pete Rose. A PSA 8. Next we have card number 665. Lou Brock in a PSA 8. Then we have card number 670. Catfish Hunter in a PSA 9. Card number 680. Carlton Fisk in a PSA 8. And finally, card number 700, Reggie Jackson in a PSA 8. So that's my 79 Topps collection of Hall of Famers to date. Would love to know what you think of the 1979 Topps set, the design. I've heard comments that, you know, it's not everyone's favorite 70s set. A lot of people think just that banner down at the bottom is sort of plain. I sort of like it when it's the cards of the All-Stars, so you get that sort of third banner in there, like the George Brett and the Reggie Jackson and so on. I probably wouldn't rank the 79 Topps probably in my top 3 for the decade. But again, personally, with it being the second year that I basically started collecting baseball cards, I can still sort of even remember, you know, opening packs of 79 Topps. So it has a sentimental value to me for the set. I am working on a 1978 Topps set that I'm putting together. I don't have a 79 Topps complete set, so when and if I complete the 78 Topps set, I may actually try to build a 1979 Topps set as well. So that's all I have for you. So until next time, thanks for watching.